Hi, my name is Moira, and this is A World of Moira Irene, my fan explanation of A World of Ice and Fire, the untold histories of Game of Thrones, and Westeros. My friend told me that I should start making a YouTube channel because of how much I love Game of Thrones and how I've been obsessed with it for the past 3 years. And when I started reading the Untold Histories, I became in love with the lure of Game of Thrones. This book has a lot of history that explains stories from the books we know and love today. I want to talk about the untold histories and give my side notes on this amazing world George has created. As you can see, this is a letter from the author, Maester Yandel, and this is what it says. To his most esteemed, gracious Lord Tommen, and you can see there it says Joffrey and Robert behind it. They're erased. Tommen, the first of his name, King of the Andals and the Rhoynar, the first men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. Yandel, humble Maester of the Citadel, wishes thousandfold prosperity, now and forever, and wisdom unmatched. There will be 7 sections, just like the 7 septons. Section 1, the Ancient History. Chapter 1, the Dawn Age. There are none who can say for certain when the world began. Some say it could be 40,000 years ago, others say 5,000 years ago. For most of the histories, we can guess about 12,000 years ago is when people were existing, and the only 2 peoples that existed back then were the children of the forest and the race of creatures known as the giants. Less can be said about the giants, for it is only gathered of their tales through legends and histories. Men of the Night's Watch say that the wildlings have tales of the giants living amongst the children back in those days. Maester Aemond, who we all know and love, says that he found during the early reign of Aegon V, who was actually his younger brother, Aegon the Unlikely. He had archives from the Watch at Castle Black saying that the giants and the children used to trade and fight in the forests back in the Dawn Age. According to Maester Kennett's Passages of the Dead, the largest giant could reach 14 feet. Giants took no kings, no lords, and remained creatures of the Dawn Age, even as the ages passed them by, and men grew more numerous. Now the giants are gone, even in the lands beyond the wall, and the last reports of them are more than 100 years old. The children of the forest were in many ways opposites of the giants. They were as small as children, but dark and beautiful. They lived in a manner we might call crude today. They worked with no metal. They had a great art in working with dragon glass. At this time, the Valyrians knew it as frozen fire. The gods the children worshipped were the nameless ones that would one day become the gods of the first men. It was the children who carved the werewolves with faces to give their gods eyes so they may watch over their worshippers. Others claim that the Green Seers, aka the wise men of the children, aka again Brandon Stark of Winterfell, Bran Stark, he is a Green Seer, claim that the Green Seers were able to see through the eyes of the werewood's tree, which Bran can do, so this is a true statement. But in this time, the first men themselves were actually afraid of the werewood spying upon them, and it drove them to cut down many of the carved trees and the werewood's groves, just to deny the children the advantage. But the true legends are with the skin changers, which are more common because they're brought from beyond the wall by the men of the Night's Watch. It was recorded that skin changers not only communicated with beasts, but could also control them by having their spirits mingle. Even among the wildlings, the skin changers were feared as unnatural men who could call upon animals as allies. Some tales speak of skin changers losing themselves within their beasts, which Jojen warned Brandon Stark about doing when he used to go into summer his direwolf for too long. But the tales agree that the most common skin changers were men who controlled wolves, even dire wolves, and these had a special name among the wildlings, wargs. But legend further holds that the Green Seers could also dabble into the past and see far into the future. The High Magisters claimed that their visions of the things to come were often unclear and misleading. Yet no matter the truths of the arts, the children were led by their green seers. You could find them anywhere between the lands of always winter to the shores of the summer sea. Thank you for listening to Section 1, Ancient History, Chapter 1, The Dawn Age. Now let's talk about those children and how awesome their power is. It's just crazy. The green seers and the werewoods trees, their power is just incredible. And Brandon the Builder, Brandon Stark, used the children to help build the wall to protect the realm from the White Walkers.